only thing that's different about these two cases is that this one, this top one, is going to give us something that's squared. It's going to give us a perfect square, so it's going to be something like x equals 3 squared. It's going to be the same thing twice. You could also write that as x plus 3 times x plus 3. It's just that it's the same thing. Yeah. Alright, so that's the only thing that's different about this one. That you're going to get the same thing twice. This one's a little bit different. And actually, you saw something like this in practice where we don't have something in the middle. That really just means that the b is 0. So this is just basically saying 0x minus 16. So you're looking for something that's going to multiply to be negative 16 and add up to 0. It's always going to be the same number. It's going to be the exact same number, but positive and negative versions of that number. I'm going to go through those examples. So a plus c, actually not a plus c, I don't think we'll go there. A and c are perfect squares. Actually, odds are a plus c is not going to be a perfect square. A and c separately are perfect squares. Root of the square root of the first term and the square root of the second term. And that's basically just a shortcut to get to the answer of these quickly without having to do all of what we just did. So we're thinking about any time that number and that number are perfect squares. If you don't recognize that, that's perfectly okay. You can solve it the other way. It's just if you see it, then this is a much quicker way to do this. What is the square root of that? The square root of that thing. A little bit more than that. Yeah. 2x is the square root of that. What's the square root of 25? 5. That's our factor. And it's the same factor twice. It only works if the first thing and the last thing are both perfect squares. The only reason that works is because 4 is a perfect square and because 25 is a perfect square. Otherwise, that's not the one.
Can we fill in that one blank?
I wanted to do that after this thing, but this down now. So we're going to figure out what the sign should be. This is a positive because all of these numbers are positive. This one's going to be a negative because the middle term is negative. What's the square root of, it's just on the back of the practice that we were just doing. What's the square root of 9m squared? 3m. What's the square root of 64? This b. That is our combination that's going to work. But we need a negative 48 in the middle. It's going to be a negative 8. The reason that still works is because this is a positive 64. Negative 8 times negative 8 is still giving us a positive number.
What happened to that negative 48 and why?
We're going to FOIL that. You do 3m minus 8 times 3m minus 8. You're going to do minus 8 times 3. That's negative 24m. And you do another minus 8 or negative 8 times 3m. That's another negative 24m. Those combine into that negative 48. Did that make sense? I'm just spoiling it back out to show you that the middle term ends up working out to a negative. Again, you don't need to rely on this. If you don't see this, that's totally okay. You can do it the other way.
Wait, is that the answer?
That is the answer.
Oh,
The sign of the middle is not a sign.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I get it. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
First. We can go back to the city. The difference of squares, it's kind of the same thing. A and C. Those are both going to be perfect squares still. except now we have no middle term. They're both perfect squares, so it's the same situation there, but there is no b. Really, b is 0.
Just with that.
It's similar to before. We're going to have something that looks the same in both parentheses, except now one's going to have a plus sign and one's going to have a minus sign. What's the square root of 9x squared?
3x squared.
And the square root of a positive 16.
14. 4.
Those are the two numbers that are going to be part of the binomial. One of them is going to have a minus sign, one of them is going to have a plus sign. It's just a little bit quicker if you do recognize this, but again, if you wanted to do a times c, that's negative 144, and b, that'd be 0. You could still work out the exact same way we did it before. It would just be a positive 12x and a negative 12x splitting that middle term. What's the square root of the first one and the second one? What's the square root of 16x squared? 4x. What's the square root of 49y squared?
7.
Those are the two terms that go inside the binomial. One has a plus sign, one has a minus sign.
Oh, now I get it.
It's just a lot quicker than having to do all of the factoring.
So wait, this is the same as that.
It is. It would give you the exact same answer.
So if you do the thing that we just did before this.
It would still give you that same thing. Yep.
Oh,
If you don't recognize that they're perfect squares, you don't really need to.
no, I mean I'm talking about this.
No, that.
The thing that we
It is. Yep.
Same thing?
Same.
Same answer?
Same.
Oh, then I'll just do this.
Yep.
Wait, okay. So you rewrite it with the square root, and then you say it twice with one.
Yeah, one's positive, one's negative. If there's no middle term. If there is a middle term, that's the exact same thing twice.
Why?
Because they combine to add up to something. They didn't cancel each other out, they combined to make something in the middle. What's the square root of 25n squared?
Or 5
That's 5n. What's the square root of 100?
What?
There's no middle term, so they're going to have opposite sides. 5n minus 10, 5n plus 10.
This one is easy and kind of like for
What's the square root of x squared? And the square root of 9y squared? 3y. 3y.
So it'd be x minus 3y times x.
X minus 3y and x plus 3y.
So you did touch on this or was it?